So let's not miss everything for no reason this time. Better. Seems like I can get 2 in one clip, but I should reload before the 3rd. So, I chose this mission for our intro one, specifically because it sets up the story. EDF5, there was a big ol' alien invasion, and these colonists are the remnants of it. Technically, humanity has beaten them back in the war, and we are the surviving troops, plus civilians somewhere, but humanity won. There is just remnants of their armies left here. And aside from that first part, the rest of it is an auto-scroller, so it gives us lots of time to explain other mechanics, etc. Like our character has a jetpack for movement, and the energy gauge on the right vertical there is a shared pool for all the things. When we fire weapons, they reload from that same pool as well. The only thing that's separate is the guided grenade, which is on its own timer. I can move quite a bit vertically, which is extremely helpful in a lot of missions. So I can just get the sniper perch and see multiple different spawns here. Not that I'll be able to kill them at difficulty immediately, but since this is an auto-scroller section, it doesn't actually matter if we kill all these enemies or not, but the more we kill, the better we feel. And also just getting some loot to look good. But if we manage to not kill them all, they get sucked through this giant ring thingy here, which is the major plot point that makes EDF6 different than 5. This is a time travel machine, and we will shortly see it operate. Do not mind the giant glowy weak spot on the bottom. That will surely never come up at all. Oh, okay. I was going to jump to the other building, but they spawned in. The danger of using this weapon here is that I can accidentally limb an enemy, and then they are just crouched down behind a building and never actually make it to us to die properly. You can gib enemies in this. You can mend and maim, you can rip off legs, limbs, guns. Most of them have a head as a weak spot. But yeah, if I focus on the head, it just pops off. These colonists die. These are the 2 main weapons I use for most of the run. This Mag Blaster is our primary damage dealer. Extremely fast rate of fire, efficient, and good damage close up. It's got a medium range. It's not short, but it's definitely not long. The other lightning weapon I have is our sniper weapon that we use for every single mission, but it has less damage, but it's significantly more utility. This weapon also has a slight advantage over, well, advantage and debuff over the bolt shooter, in that I can partially reload it. When I get down to, say, 3/4, like I will here, I reload and it only reloads part of it. But as I fire it, the power of it also decreases. I will deal less and less damage, so I need to keep it up as much as possible. The bolt shooter, however, never drops in power and has a much bigger supply, so I can just keep firing this all the way till it's empty and deal consistent damage. It is less damage than the Mag Blaster, but it's consistent. And we will highlight some other effects of the lightning later. It only ever reloads from full, so if you shoot it twice and then immediately reload it, you are throwing out 3/4 of your clip, which is just a waste of energy. It's infinite, it's just maybe not the best choice, especially on higher difficulties, where running out of energy can kill you. Alright, there's only a few enemies left here. Let's limb this guy for fun. We cut off his weapons, now he can't shoot us. Oh, okay, they killed it. Loot boxes drop from them on the ground, random rewards at the end of the mission. Green gives us weapons and such, but I've got most of them maxed. Red gives us armor. These white ones are health pickups, small, and there's also a long white and yellow one. I don't see any right now, which would give us a larger chunk of health. There's one. So these are always nice to pick up, because it's about 1/3 of your health, maybe slightly more, whereas the little ones are 1/6-ish. Yeah, here's the time machine activating. It's a giant Stargate, effectively, and there's these other evolved ships that go through it. Energy. I can also overheat my system, which puts us into a critical state. I mentioned it could be deadly. This is a good time to show that off, because nothing happens. My weapons will not reload, so if I start reloading them, I cannot use them until my energy reserve fills, and then finishes the reload. So it kind of sucks. But, you know. This time loss is because I did my last one on hard, not Inferno, so if we set a PB with this, it'll save the actual thingy, and we're good. But yeah, time machine, we figure out a way to use it. I'm not going to spoil how that works, but just know that we end up finding our way back to the past as well.
Will we all be dead tomorrow? What's the alternative?
Also, this scientist guy that was just talking comes with us. We are the only two, effectively, that travel back in time. Next up is Mission 36. That's not... No, not Inferno. Not Inferno. Retreat. Oopsie. We're doing hard for the rest of this. A little bit of time loss. But this is kind of the last stage of this war. The invading force, the Primers, I forgot to mention their name earlier, have come back in time and changed their strategy against humanity to try and sway the war in a different way. There's different enemies now that were in EDF5. There's androids. I blew up one of the giant ones there. There's another big one over here. And here we have our Cosmonauts, which are the Primers themselves, effectively. We got ants, also known as alphas, and these things in the sky, which are teleporter ships that open up from the bottom. And we need to shoot inside the glowy orange spot to destroy them. Really? I didn't think those were on the same time. I guess they are. But after we blow up a few of these, there will be some more enemy reinforcements coming in. Effectively, though... Whoops. These are short-range teleporters. So these enemies exist in this time already. They're just bringing them in from another location. Underground, nearby planet, something. But you can also see those ships in the sky are dropping these anchors that are also teleporters like these ships. Alright, that's all the ships down, which is good. We just need to worry about these anchors now, which have a shield around them and can only be attacked from the bottom. You could see that was one of the colonists from before, but it had armor and a different weapon. Everything's slightly changed from what we knew. And now we get to clean it all up. These are the little androids. We saw the giant ones earlier. We'll see more of all of these enemies throughout our run. This level's mainly to highlight the teleporters and how they all work. And we want to get them down as soon as reasonably possible to stop enemies spawning, because the more enemies we have to kill, the slower the run goes. Egg. There you are. Slightly slower because I missed a cycle and I started on Inferno by accident. But this is kind of the turning point of... well... so at the start, we were in the future. We found a way back to the past with information. We used that to turn the tide of this slightly in our favor. Now we're back to the future, and things are still shitty. The enemies have gone back yet again and changed the past. This is us after they've changed the past again by introducing this new horrific alien species, the Kruul. They have shields that block every projectile. So we need to lock the shields out of place, then shoot them to kill them. If your weapon has enough shot speed, you can actually shoot past it before they're able to move their shield in place, but it's a lot of speed. And even though this weapon has shot speed because it's a laser, it's not enough instant damage to destroy them. I do have to actually use some strategy with it. Just making sure I didn't miss any to the back, because looping backwards on these sucks. Good. But yeah, this future looks a lot worse than the one we just left from with the previous Frogs apocalypse. This happens a few times with escalating levels of severity, but this will be the last time we see the apocalypse that I remember. I don't think we show another apocalypse level. Our few surviving troops are terrified and want to run because these aliens are horrific. But since we have already experienced them in the future and we are about to go back in time, we can use this information to turn the tide of the war in our favor again. I split light there. We had the Grenadiers. This is a different type of them. They like to carry explosives and charge at you. The yellow ones are small ones, and the purple ones are significantly larger and have much more health. I mentioned some other features of the bolt shooter, the lightning. This also punches through. So after it hits its target, it keeps going and will continue to hit other targets for the same damage. There is no damage loss. We might get a few frame losses on my end. I don't think it should appear for you. On my last video, when I was getting them, I looked through the timestamps, and it looked like the feed was okay, so I just have to deal with it getting a bit chunky. Another wave coming in over here. But yeah, it's very nice having a rapid-fire sniper rifle against a lot of weak targets. This works well too, it just doesn't have the range. Another wave, please. There it is.
Giant Grenadiers called cannonballs.
They never call them cannonballs again. They are not cannonballs, they are giant Grenadiers. Sorry, lady. A lot of these maps are also reused between missions as well. That first mission in the Apocalypse with the Frog, I forgot to point out our park fountain in the middle, but this map also has it right over there. As I am not shooting enemies and trying to progress. These explosions don't hurt me too much because I have a lot of armor for this level. Difficulty, I should say, because we are only playing on hard, but I have made my way into Inferno. Over there, that's the park. We were standing on a building around here at the start, up in the air. That fountain was destroyed, but it had the same kind of ramp and hole for it.
That's the only way this makes sense.
Command is starting to realize we're kind of a super soldier. Doing things. Again? Yep, that's me. This next mission can be buggy, but otherwise will have a large time save for us if it breaks, or doesn't break this time. And it's the other perfect reason we take this bolt shooter, because it bounces off of walls and lets us hit things around corners. So we don't exactly have to aim with a lightning machine gun sniper. It just keeps bouncing for its full range. And we can kill off these enemies before they ever make it on screen. These ones are kind of like potato bugs, I think some people call them. They're round, they roll around. They're not quite armadillos. If they touch you, you stagger. I'm not hearing any talking from them. This happened last time that they didn't want to advance. I'm gonna restart. Sometimes they just break.
Rendezvous with your team.
It's good to know you're here. Let's go. Hey there, Chief. Looks like they're giving the both of us one awful job after the next.
I didn't know it was possible for the mission to lock up like that last time, so I waited around for a few minutes trying to see if there was any way to open the door, but the only thing I could figure out was reset. Okay, we're getting more talking this time. We should be good. Hey, Glass, how you doing? Yeah, we're good. They're continuing to talk. I earned a tomato. There we go. There's a lot in this mission, so having the punch-through bounciness is just absolutely my favorite choice for this. because I don't fully have to aim. Oh wait, wrong way, shit. And we're overheated, so I can't jump up this yet. Okay.
What's that sound?
Should still be fine. Yep.
Tremors detected. It's likely a pack of gammas.
So we should have a big time save here because I didn't waste the 3 minutes this time trying to figure out if there was any way to unlock the broken mission.
First phase complete. Top floor under control. We'll be going to the center floor after taking a break.
Roger that.
Except we're going to skip the center floor and jump straight to the bottom one.
So far, at least.
Because the center floor doesn't add anything new, it's just an ambush with all the things we've met on the surface so far. Hi, Raptilos, how you doing? This mission shows off the traps, which are effectively pylons, but they come up out of the ground instead of down from the sky. Although I just realized we haven't shown off pylons yet. We've shown off teleporters and tail anchors, but not pylons. It's kind of funny. If I do this right, no enemies will spawn. We just use the minimap to see where they're popping up, and then blast through everything. Oh, I saw one enemy up here. But yeah, we destroyed all of the spawners before anything can show up. There's a lot more in this next room, so there's a good chance of things popping up. Ridiculously huge bug. Funny you mentioned that. But this next room will have a king spider, a giant spider, very shortly. Not yet, but shortly. It'll pop up over here. Whoops. Couple Hornets popped up. Gonna reload that. King? I forget at what point I have to jump through to the middle. We'll just do that early. See if it does anything. Oop. Missed that wave. They're happy to be here. There's the king. And if I had used the lightning, I would have punched through to destroy all those traps. But yeah, king down. And we're good to go to the end of the mission now. It shows off that they exist. This is the only mission the traps exist in. And it also gives us a little teaser for a friend we're going to be dealing with later. Dwagon.
A giant mole, huh? I bet it'd be pretty cute. There's something in the darkness, and it's big. What the hell is that? Unidentified life form discovered.
Dwagon.
Big. Monster level big.
We need better footage. Please get closer.
Closer, I just met her.
It's too dangerous. There's no telling what could happen if this thing goes berserk underground. Get some distance and be careful.
You just said get closer, not get some distance. Oh, I can't ride it. You heard it here, folks. You can't ride the dragon.
Trying to get to the surface.
It's about to fly off. This is bad.
I love how delayed they are.
Gets out.
They're not even here yet.
This creature is capable of flight. It'll be hard to track if it gets out.
Urgent response required. Attack before we lose sight of it.
I wonder what happens if I actually delay enough to get my people in there to see it. Does it change the encounter? I don't know. I really like this next mission. It's cool. I'm just gonna screw up the first one. But as I shoot it, the shields actually grow around to protect it. These are those pylons I mentioned. They're spawning in a lot of these little drones, and that yellow thing was a shield bearer. The thing that made that preventative barrier, so I couldn't destroy the pylon until I got inside of it. Every time I destroy one of these pylons, a full wave spawns in from all the other pylons on the map, so it is risky blowing them all up immediately, but hey, it's faster if I get them all down and don't have passive waves spawning as well. But also, if I shoot the thing while outside its range, it collapses its shield to protect itself, so you have to be close to actually destroy it. And through all this, they are also advancing their android tech as well. These ones aren't particularly strong, but they can climb anything. Sometimes they even spawn inside it, and luckily lightning will usually be able to bounce through and kill them as well. They don't have much health, there's just a lot, which makes this guided grenade I have also useful for clearing them here. I just need to catch them, usually. One more. Looks like we got somebody stuck in a building. There it is. Rocket launcher!
Impressive. I'm surprised every time I see that we're joined by someone even more powerful than us.
You didn't even join the fight! Yeah, we had friendly wing divers there. They just sat out for whatever reason. So the primers realized that the ground troops and little things weren't quite enough to tip the war in their favor. So they decided to make this big-ass fortress which taunts us at several turns. This is the climax fight for it. Well, it's kind of post-climax, but it's the more interesting because it actually forces waves on you instead of dying instantly and just waiting to leave the map. It has a lot of turrets all around it, and there's drones. Different turrets have different effects. The big ones right around the outside are our main ones, because they shoot giant projectiles that knock us down. These ones as well will shoot missiles that can knock us down. The red and green ones are the next most important ones because they can blind you. And not being able to see what you're shooting is a pain in the butt, which we will have to deal with later. Missions near the very end capitalize on blinding you with effects. We don't technically have to destroy any of these turrets, it's purely a comfort thing and something to do, while dialogue explains what we're supposed to be doing. Similar to teleporter ships, there's a giant glowy spot in the middle. We shoot it for a bit. I'm pretty sure we hit that checkpoint. So now I just deal with other stuff again. And it will transition to its next phase. And I want to use the bolt shooter here because there is a lot of androids coming out of it. So if I can take them down at the same time as wounding it, just saves time. I got hit by something with knockdown. I didn't clear them all out. But taking out the androids while attacking it just saves us time on the phase transition. It's hard to read the minimap at all here, and we are into the third wave, which is the Kruul we encountered earlier. And we already know to take out the shield before shooting them. I have to kill enough of the Kruul here to get it to open again, I am pretty sure. It's just very difficult to see anything on the map with how many turrets, etc. are here. I think it's just a bit more talking. Oop, I didn't blow up that one, and that was shooting all the missiles. Or that one. So we're just waiting for it to open one last time, and we can finish it off.
This is 26. We've suffered major casualties. Now we're trading back to base.
Looks like we killed everything there, and we're good. There's still a few drones left because they did not blow up with this ship. But we don't technically need to destroy them. Got them anyways.
Your name and deeds will be included in the records as the hero you are.
Little outro, because this is the finale of EDF7, I believe they called it. EDF5 went to the Wasteland at first, so we started 6, which ended us up with the teleporter ships. This is EDF7, where they had the mobile base. So after this cutout, it would have a 3-year pass, and then we're in the future again. But we skipped through that little preview, and we're back to the start in EDF8 for 123. We're actually skipping a few missions here. We'll come back to the others later. It just works out better for less menuing this way. Some of the enemies that we fight can fly, and these ones are Hornets, and they have nests which spawn, and we don't like spawners. So we take the spawners out as soon as possible. They can fly now? You can fly now. I believe in you. Take the bull by the red. That should be all of the Hornets. There is... Oh, that was the mother. Sorry, Queen Hornet. And this is the massive hive in the middle. We need to get it to a checkpoint like that, where it spits out a ton of little ones. While there are so many enemies on the map, you cannot hurt the main one. But if I can get the bolt shooter into one of those spawn points, I can take out a lot of them as they spawn, but unfortunately I had to reload it. So yeah, while there's so many enemies on the map, we cannot hurt it. We would like to, and we will hit it and it gives us numbers, but it doesn't actually take damage. The same way that mobile base had checkpoints. It's also very hard to see in here sometimes, especially looking up. Can't tell if I've killed enough. We should be able to hurt it. There's not many on the map. Unless it's specific ones that spawn that we need to kill. Looks like our troops are getting it. Oh, next wave's coming in. Maybe? There we go. So I am reloaded. This spawn hole should throw out the biggest threats that we want to deal with. Specifically red Hornets. They're stronger, faster, bigger projectiles. The yellow shoot one, I think the red shoots 3. So by shooting in there, we can speed it up as much as possible. And it already looks like there's basically nothing left on the map, which is fantastic. EDF! Howdy, Harry Apple. That is a name. Looks like I've still not killed enough. You can see the pile of loot in there from all the things I killed before they came out. Are you gonna roll over yet? There we go. Another wave of reds here. Harder, better, faster, stronger? A little. Depends on what you mean by better. Because I just met her. Oh, there's a lot down here. Kind of just shooting at random. It looks like we got the hive down, so this is the last set of enemies to clear out. So if I go down, it will be easier to shoot up instead of both up and down. There's a different weapon which could work very well for this. I just don't have it unlocked in a decent tier. The Mag Blaster, which is very similar to our... Sorry. Destroyer Blaster, which is similar to the Mag Blaster. Oh, we got it. Excellent. It has the same kind of clip mechanics, but instead of losing damage as you fire it, it loses accuracy because it's a shotgun type weapon, so it sprays out bigger. And not losing damage makes it very good for killing all of these little things here. Next up, we have the Kraken, which are effectively Kruul, but they can fly. Slightly different weapons on them. And also, we have the primers, the Cosmonauts again. But they are getting equipped with bigger and better gear. They are quite armored on some of these now. Being careful not to aggro everything at once, but I should do it anyways. Because if they come to me, I don't have to go as far to find them to die. Not to die, for them to die. Kruul have shields that grow smaller despite bigger frame. I think it's meant to show their coverage area rather than where they actually block, because they can move it around so quickly. I'm stuck. Thank you. I mentioned you could give the enemies, you can also give corpses to get out of them sometimes. This guy's stuck under the bridge. That was terrible. On higher difficulties, they can also reflect projectiles back at you. So you are very much able to kill yourself against them, and that's not marathon safe. Not that we're running a marathon. I just don't like resetting a lot, so every run's a marathon run. Done pretty well. Next up, we have the Excavators. I believe this is the final iteration of androids that we have yet to see. We start out with the regular ones in this pit here. I did that backwards. I always want to reload before throwing my grenade, just so I'm not losing time. And that was all the basic things. Oh no, we are now in a giant pit. And there's objects coming in. Fun fact, even though this is a present-day map, mission, it's actually a wasteland map. There's blown-up buildings all around us, and it's kind of shitty. But yeah, these are the new enemies. Excavators. They have armored shells that reduce damage by like 98%. But inside on their weapon, they take double, I believe. They have very little health. It's just the fact that the outside is impenetrable, relatively. And unfortunately, they all went past me to go into the pit. This mission is another reason I like the Wing Diver, because you can just go up and down wherever, screw up their pathing, and stay alive that way. They do considerable damage, but we can take them out quick enough that it doesn't matter nearly as much. Punch through kind of helps, but it also pushes away the ones that haven't opened up yet, so it's not good enough here. The Mag Blaster does much better for them. And there's another wave coming in after this. Friendly fire is a thing too. Our troops will die from me. I cannot avoid it. Sometimes they just run directly in front of you, and sometimes I intentionally do it because I'm a silly. And very cruel, and should not be given a weapon. But you can just hear them all exploding. It's very satisfying. Luckily, this terrain actually does work to our advantage, despite what their voices say. Our allies... Oh god, we're trapped in here. There's nothing we can do. I actually blew myself up. How embarrassing. There is a surprising number of them, though. So if you don't have a way to deal with the elevation changes, you have a lot more difficult time in this mission. There's 4 different classes. 2 of them have easy vertical movement. One of them is just a regular foot soldier with a good variety of weapons. And the other is a summoner who, since this is not an apocalypse map, not an apocalypse mission, should have full access to things which could give them vertical. Like a little spider bot. We love the spider bot. Wake up. So far out of the way. Did not want to die. We lost 40 seconds on that. Goddamn.
Able to survive. And I mean that in a good way.
That's a full minute. Never mind. Ouch. That is way worse than my testing. Alright, we're going to do our gear swap now, because this next mission is significantly longer range. I'm going to swap out my Mag Blaster for the Raijin, and our core will be going to a big core. Scroll up a little to the birdie.
The Glaukos remains in a state of dormancy. So the Glaukos
Not going to spoil the whole saga with them, but... Oops, accidentally fired my weapon.
get to your positions immediately.
That blue dragon we fought earlier goes through some dramatic glow-ups. And we get to deal with the outcome of its glow-ups. Mostly I am using this vehicle right now to get closer and blow up these buildings. Because the buildings get in the way of us. But with the big core, I am walking significantly slower. And I also have no vertical movement. Dashing costs a lot. It's just a pain in the butt. On the other hand, my reloading goes much faster. And I have a significantly larger energy supply. I think my other's about 1,500. This is 2,500. I should have blown up more of these walls. The less obstacles I have to deal with later, the easier this is.
The Glaukos isn't immortal. Hurt it, and it'll expend Using its strength means it'll need to rest. Launch an all-out attack to exhaust it. Then we'll blow it to bits with Siren charges once it stops.
The two weapons I had before hold a charge in them. The Raijin, you fill up when you want to fire it, and then it instantly releases. It's always at 0 charge and needs to be filled right before you fire it. If I pre-charge it like this, I can refill my reserve though, so it's kind of an extra shot if I manually hold it in. Wait for it. No. Too soon. Damn. But this does 15,000 damage per blast, which is... Whoops. Overheated myself. Good phase change. The other thing this mission is showing off is the Scylla. Which are also called mermen. They are fishy friends that are not friends to us at all. Stop that. We need to take these out to be able to actually progress the fight. I'm not sure if it's taking out all of them, or at least removing the overall fog. Mist is receding. But now we can actually hurt. That was fast. Glaukos to the point of the mission proceeding. This giant subcarrier over here is our friend.
Charges.
I don't remember where I heard this, so this might be incorrect, but from the teleporter ships we blew up earlier, we were able to salvage some of their tech to create these Siren charges. Effectively, the glowy orange bits coming out of this are like the teleporter itself. We are ripping the thing apart rather than blowing it apart. Which is why it's kind of our ultimate super weapon that has to be saved on this giant subcarrier out in the middle of the ocean. We got the phase change again. Good. And there's also some flyers coming in, because I can see the map is colored. Are you Tadpoles or Hornets? Either way, I need to defeat the Scylla first. Hornets, okay.
Perhaps this battle is the fork in the road. Either we lose Pandora and history returns to how it was, or history changes and we're victorious thanks to Pandora's power.
Flyers confirmed. A huge pack of them. Shit! There's a bunch of monsters here too. Aim for the flyers.
But this is why I wanted to keep the bolt shooter as well. It's such a large map, and we do not have the movement for this. Good. You should fall down soon. I overheated. Luckily, this was already charged, so I can keep shooting through the entire overheat. There we go. Reload bolt shooter. This is actually going really well. This creature haunts us for like 14 missions, I think it was. So I didn't do every single encounter. I chose specifically only the final one, because this is the definite climax of it, and by far the longest encounter. Keep missing with these.
Ground units, one more time. Stop the Glaukos.
Seems we've lost an EMC, but don't worry, another has been deployed.
The Glaukos' body surface temperature is plummeting.
Surprised you have not transitioned again yet. There you go. Last wave of Scylla.
Team EMC has arrived. Direct orders from
These ones are actually weaker than the others. They die in a single hit rather than multiple.
Orders predicted this would happen.
I just need to actually see them through the fog.
Incoming mermen.
I missed. They also spawn on the other side of us.
Tadpoles incoming. Shoot them down. We have to deal with monsters and aliens. The primers must be trying to protect the Glaukos.
I don't know if taking out the Tadpoles is required. I missed you three. Okay. I don't know if the Tadpoles are required to kill you. I know for the first couple, definitely the skill over. That should be enough for the troops to take a thrust, and you are down. Good.
the Glaukos has stopped.
Which means we are about to enter the final phase of it.
Siren charges. Fire every last one.
This blue EMC actually is quite powerful, so it can do a considerable chunk of damage if you don't have this late gear that I do. It's not fully endgame, but it's late enough that it's considerably better than what you would normally have here. I'm pretty sure you'd have the Raijin, because it's only level 36. But you wouldn't have this power core, so you wouldn't be able to fire it as many times.
The Glaukos' body surface temperature has dropped to pre-cluster attack levels. It must have exhausted all its absorbed energy. Now's our chance.
But it's about to do a funny ragdoll, and I love her for that. Or not? Do you not want a ragdoll for us? Whoops. Yeah, they also give you quite a few troops on this mission too, so even if it's not just you, there's definitely... Oh! It wasn't even me that got the kill.
Glaukos defeated.
Love that ragdoll though.
We did it. At last, we destroyed
Flop
this
right on them.
terrifying foe.
Rip.
Pandora didn't sink, and the Glaukos was defeated. In other words,
Oh, I didn't mention this earlier. The reason I teleport at the end of the map is because I have a mod that gives me a loot vacuum. It doesn't affect in mission, but after the mission is completed, it will automatically pick up everything for me. 122. We saw the Type 1 drones earlier. This includes the other two types, and some of their upgraded variants.
Ground troops, shoot down defying enemies.
So we have the drone ones that we saw earlier on the Mothership and some of the other missions. Little UFO-y discs. The typical flying alien stereotype. They have speed in numbers. They're very fast, they like to get in your face and just be everywhere. I have not actually tried this weapon loadout for this mission, so this might be slower than my previous, because I did have the Mag Blaster last time. I just figured keeping the big core would let me recharge the RF fast enough it wouldn't matter, and we still have the range to deal with them as they're spawning. So there's less downtime while reloading. That's the main thing. This mission's also important for plot, because we hear that the professor is wanting to talk to the counselor. He's the only other person that knows future stuff with us, and every single time we've come back, he's been trying to convince them to actually make a difference. Previous iterations, he kept failing. He didn't have enough evidence, whatever. They thought he was crazy. They wanted to lock him up. Basically, just anything to shut him up and get rid of him. But now we've actually made enough of a difference. There's a funny one. That's why we want the Regine still. Those black ones have significantly more health than the others. And these ships are also much bigger and further away than they look like. So the bolt shooter is superior for this, just because they're massive. The shape of their head is also not unique. There is another enemy with that shape that'll appear later. And here's the final funny ship from the sky. These ones are starfish. They kind of squiggle sideways as they move. And they have a central weak spot because that's not common to everything that the primers build. Definitely not. Should be red one. There we go. That one is also significantly stronger, like the black one of the Type 2. Ah! Tree screwed me up. I don't think there's a max range to my guided grenades, which is nice. It's just a question of whether or not it actually hits the weak spot on the enemies to do anything.
Counselor, I have some important information. This is big enough that it could affect the entire situation that we face.
The Major's briefed me. Let's meet in person and talk.
I like the Wing Diver more than the other classes, mainly because for Ranger and Fencer specifically, most of what they use is missiles, which are auto-aim. You just lock on to a group of enemies and they all fall. I don't find that interesting. The Wing Diver weapons require some precision, aside from the cave missions. But it's just a more engaging playthrough for me as the Wing Diver. They're my favorite character. I do enjoy Ranger and Fencer, I just don't like the missile part of them for everything. Ooh, upgraded something to max. Let's go. 132. This mission also deals a lot with long range. Normally we'd have to shoot inside the ships to destroy them, but we have found a way to build a massive enough cannon to actually blow up the gold armor directly. Which is nice. So we don't actually have to care about them tactically, we can just blow them up.
Squad here. Closing in on the mothership.
I wasn't sure how the big core would feel on this mission, but it's definitely hard getting up this first hill. Once we're there, though, the entire end of the mission we don't move, so it should work out that we can keep our Erginus powered up. There's going to be a lot of that beeping noise from all of the allies overheating constantly. Apologies, but I cannot control them overheating themselves instantly. We also get a little preview of the Haze enemy here. They are usually with the Kraken. On death, they leave a black smoke cloud, so if you get too many of those close to you, you're blinded again. Very common theme with them. Blind you in any means necessary. Dealing with some of the Cosmonauts here. Each armor piece has an individual health bar and weight. So if you manage to take off all the pieces of armor on these, they run around significantly faster. So you really want to focus just their chest piece to kill them as soon as possible. Not as possible with the bolt shooter because it has bouncy, slightly inaccurate shots. Stop overheating. We are literally just walking outside of combat. Oh, okay. Yeah, we had the mobile base earlier. They upgraded from a walking thing to an even bigger flying thing, and this one is unique.
It's transforming. What on earth is happening?
It's got giant shield walls and cannons everywhere, and we hate that for us, so we blow them up. Specifically the one with the glowy ball around the outside, I need to destroy to get rid of the shield and get to the next layer. But if I can take out extra, it saves us eyes and my sanity as my frame rate dies. It should be fine for you. Let me know if it ever doesn't. But for me, it gets pretty damn chunky when there's all of this stuff exploding around me. We've not taken the wall down yet. There we go. Dang it. Okay, still got it. I believe there's 4 of them per layer. Might only be 3 on the final one. One more. There we go. Reload. Okay. So now it's just waiting on a little bit of a timer, clear out what we can to get in here. Erginus also good for clearing out Kraken, because these are some of the projectiles that go faster than it and also bounce around, so it's not perfectly blocked by their shields. Little trouble taking these down right now. Normally my allies do a bit more to help with these. They're still thinking I'm on the shield generators, so we kind of skip through these phases faster than they anticipated. There is a lot of haze coming at us, and I'm kind of worried about that. Phase transitioning, good. Take this down. I screwed up. It is fine. I believe when the smoke comes out, we've hit the checkpoint. Because I was watching my VOD and I did significant damage to it and it just took its time. It didn't have anything to do with how much damage we did to it. From what I could tell. So we're doing a little bit of an experiment here. Checking if it is indeed that smoke coming out that's enough. Yeah, it's moving, so we're done. Good. Okay, so none of those shots did anything. We have to wait for it to release another wave. I guess put its arms in. Throw out some more Kraken, or Haze. Sounds opening up. No, closing your doors. There we go. 10,000 at the end.
Mothership sustaining heavy damage.
I am so sorry about the beeping of these wing divers. Maybe I shouldn't have picked them up. Try and keep them away from me. Success. Okay, we do need to switch our equipment back after this, because we have a few missions where I need mobility and my mag blaster. That took so long to blow up. Oh, okay. Another fade out, because we have thwarted yet another invasion. And it gives us a dramatic pause before going to the future. This defeat for them was a major part in the war and actually changes how our troops handle it all. DX? ZM. VZ. So this is the equivalent of the apocalypse, except good things have happened to us. We now have a cool future city. These Aranea are super spiders. They appear rarely, but they are a considerable threat when they do. They shoot out threads, and if they ever grab you, you are permanently stuck to them until they are defeated. Not fully defeated, like this. If I deal enough damage to it, it will drop the webs as well. But I got grabbed by multiple things here. Or it's not dying. It is hard to say. Their webs also block all projectiles going through them, so you just have a mess of stuff going on. We want the Aranea down as soon as possible in this mission. There's also the alphas everywhere. And we also get to see some different androids appearing. Last time I had to deal with 3 of them. It was very unfortunate. I wonder if I take out that one specifically, if it will... God dang Aranea. This pylon here needs to go. We might be able to avoid the shenanigans I was thinking of. It's possible they also... Oh, king spiders. Hello. So we saw the one in the cave earlier. This is just spitting out as many as possible. Apparently the left one is kings and the right one is Cyclops. So we might have actually glossed over the Cyclops. They do appear in a later mission, but I guess I can make a note to myself that if I want to show off the Cyclops, blow up the left one first and let the Cyclops spawn. There is some other plot stuff going on there with the professor, but I kind of talked through it. He has a theory for why the primers are actually attacking us, where this invasion came from. It's because they fucked up badly and let us know that they exist. And since we know they exist and there's time travel, we have to make sure... Or they had to make sure we never ended up deleting their existence. Spoiler, we're going to delete their existence. Spells it out for us very clearly in this mission. What is going to happen later. Gosh darn excavator. Running away again. I did not consider menu time when I added in these splits from my individual testing. I only timed the mission itself, not the additional menu time between, especially with the gear swap there, so this split's going to look much worse than it is because we lost like 25 seconds at least to that. I don't know how long it took me to do the equipment swapping, but I hope it wasn't a minute 20. So yeah, we've got these cool bots. There's multiple people inside them. It's very silly. It's interesting fade in.
The Proteus firepower is second to none.
Lots of alphas. Colonists are back. The frogs. They've got artillery cannons. There's one. Oops. We got drones. There's just a lot of everything. But there's another mission later with even more of everything. The final enemies in this one are fairly unique, and why I ended up choosing this mission, you can probably tell from the split name what it's about. And you can hear the troops just casually remarking that as long as I'm with them, they win. They have recognized my plot armor. Lots of frame chug in here. My aim might get sloppy because it's kind of teleporting on my screen. There's kings yet again. Okay. So I should definitely try and let the Cyclopses spawn in the previous. Maybe not all of them, but I don't need to take them all out instantly, like I did there. There's the mother. The alpha super unit. It shoots a blood laser out of its butt. We do not want to see that because it hurts. These green ants are hyper fast, but have no health whatsoever. Like, they're dying to less than 100 damage. Which, at this late in the game, mission 135 is nothing. Literally a single bolt from my lightning would take them. Cosmonauts coming back in force. Their weapons blocking my projectiles. But you can see if I actually manage to focus just their chest piece, they go down pretty quickly despite all that armor. And Tadpoles. We haven't really talked about them. We saw them earlier in the Siren fight, but they are like colonist babies, except instead of swimming in water, they swim in the sky, and they breathe fire. And they like to line up when they enter the zone. So if I can deal with them in a big group, it'll save a lot of hassle later. Or at least wound them enough that my troops can finish them. So it is very important to hit both of those streams.
Judging by the kaiju's course, this is definitely the area.
This is bad. Those things are on another level.
Time to use our trump card.
I've never seen anyone like you.
How much do you have to train to get to your level? I could see it taking 10, no, 100 years.
I'm sure it's precisely because they've been fighting this whole time. The primers won't stop fighting until they've won. But neither will that soldier.
There we go.
You could say the existence of Storm 1 itself is proof that there's a time machine.
We are just too skilled and they don't understand it.
No doubt this is the kaiju's target area. Understood. Leave it to us.
So
Erginus is here, and it's not alone.
we get a few special kaiju to appear.
Erginus is approaching.
Erginus is effectively Godzilla. T-Rex looking thing, glowy blue tits, lightning breath, purple blood. Yeah, Katie? Did I mention purple blood? Yeah. You're right, Godzilla doesn't have purple blood. It has a considerable chunk of health, but with our weapons we can get it stun locked. I should be using the Mag Blaster just because it's that much more damage.
I can't believe those blasted primers are seriously bringing
Almost at the edge of the map here. There is much better missions earlier for highlighting this monster. However, the third kaiju, you are, there you go, dying much slower than in my PB. Or previous run, not PB, because it wasn't a full run.
3 kaiju. This is unprecedented.
Come on. Come on, kitty. There you go. I got a kitty on my lap. But I'm specifically not going closer to this one, because I want to be close to the third one that spawns.
Almost in the enemy's range.
Dang, you got ragdolled. Is my lap funny, kitty? Am I being mean to you by not sitting in a way that lets you sit on my lap better? Okay. And this Archelus only appears in 3 missions in the whole game. One of them, you get a super weapon, which destroys it in 1 shot. And the other, it gets eaten by the Siren. So this is the only way to actually fight it reasonably, and it's easier to ragdoll than the Erginus, even though it's supposed to be the superior one. They really did this enemy poorly in this game. Like, I can't even get close to it. It is ragdolling faster than anything. Just die. Just die. This is taking so long. We are absolutely losing time here. Holy crap. And that's dead now too. Okay. I mentioned the super mech that one-shots. Super weapon that one-shots. It's that giant mech there. It's the size of these guys. We just had a very poor fight with all 3 of those. I didn't get close to the first one. The second one took 2 little shots and actually made it over here. And then Archelus just kept recoiling backwards away from us. Ton of time loss. This might not actually be a PB because of all this, which means my splits won't save. Erg. I should have padded my inserts more because that added more time than I thought. Even though we saved like 3 minutes at the start because that roller mission. Well, 2 minutes because we still had to restart it anyways.
I'll punch a hole in their defenses.
Battle has broken out everywhere. Our diversion succeeded.
All right. The ring is isolated. Now's the only time
But yeah, this mission shows us the last threats that we've yet to encounter.
and escort the tech team below the ring. The ring is actually
Here's a Cyclops.
it's not made for battle like the Mothership.
It's a giant android with a funny eye in the middle. I was wondering if we would see them in the final fight and how to manipulate it, but we just got it. It has a ton of health. Shooting anywhere except for the middle eye takes 1/4 damage. Shoot it in the eye, it takes, I think, 50% more. And these ships here that threw down the tail anchors earlier, we also can just shoot inside of them in the glowy spot to blow them up. Who'da thunk? Why would the central glowy spot ever be a weak spot? There's a couple more enemies left, but we are almost done everything. Yeah, these mechs with this attack would instantly kill Archelus, which is why I didn't want to do that mission. It's also a relatively long mission, so... There is a lot of stuff in this mission. I need to make sure to save my splits properly at the end and overwrite it to whatever this run is, because the other is not a complete run. I can't have it stay as my PB. It was missing several levels and had things faked into it. As a reference. I should have just completely wiped my splits, I think. I wasn't expecting to be this far behind.
They start in the future and go to any time period where the ring exists. From there, they seem to make small jumps of a few years.
I don't know if I can edit my splits in the middle of a run.
Without the ring, they can't travel to a specific time. Their planned invasion relies on that degree of precision. Without it, their plan will crumble. Today, we reach the end of a very long battle.
Enemy robot units approaching! It's the robots! They're here!
They have a huge army!
How are we supposed to break through this?
They have cannons on their legs. Aim for the legs.
They're coming from the sky!
Flyers detected!
Can't plan a hit on the flying ones. Withdraw!
Eliminate the flying enemies!
Never dreamed they had such a huge defensive force. Guess our surprise attack in small numbers backfired. Support the attack team!
Extermination team is here!
You're late. Is this what you call full speed ahead?
Multiple houses were destroyed. Even if we win, we're gonna get demoted.
Leave career planning till after you've survived. We're up to our necks in enemies.
The ring's defenses are stronger than expected. Eliminate enemies before moving forward.
Route 2 here. Blocked by Kaiju. And can't move in.
How long have I been muted? Ah,
Engaged in combat. Enemy garrison bigger than expected.
More enemy forces incoming!
that was probably since before the war machines appeared. God damn it.
More coming. Way more than the intel said.
Since it started messing with the splits. God damn it. So those war machines. They have a slight weak spot near the top of them. It could also just be that the lightning bounces funny and hits them twice there. But right under the head, the part that looks like the Type 2 drone, there's a little disc thingy. And if you shoot in the joint between those, it will sometimes deal additional damage and they die much faster. It could be an individual health pool thingy like the most enemies have for their head zone, where you can kill them early. Unsure, but it is possible to kill them much quicker sometimes by aiming there.
Didn't expect them to have a defense like this.
I also showed the Queen and how, well, we didn't really see it earlier in the Hive mission. It's effectively the same as a Hornet, but shoots multiple projectiles at once instead of just the one. And if any of those projectiles from the Queen hit you, then you instantly ragdoll and it sucks to get up. I think that covered everything. We are dealing with some ships here that have timers on them, so we need to take those out first.
They've got us surrounded!
Shit! We didn't break through their defenses. We walked straight into
4. Let's go.
all units engaged. Protect yourself.
I had to reload. Shit. Okay, we got all 5 of the timers. That's the important part.
Get rid of that anchor. Aim for the top and destroy it.
Aim for the anchor. Destroy it.
This one, in particular, always spawns the giant boss monsters, so if you can take it out first, it will make your other waves easier. It has significantly more health, and it's much further away, so you need an actual ranged weapon to deal with it, or an ability to get closer like that. humanity, though, has effectively split into 3 groups to make their way to attack the ring. The other 2 routes are having significant trouble, while we have me, so I win. There is a lot of stuff still out here, though, and my allies are dying. Am I playing on hardest instead of hard? Surely not. I can't be that stupid. Okay, good. We made it through this. Depending on how much they talk, that is a little time save.
Continue fighting.
The attack team has taken too much damage. The plan is a failure.
Okay, give the kitty the lap.
We can pull this off.
No, the other attack teams were destroyed. There's no one to offer backup.
Listen,
Okay, kitty, come here.
you're dealing with an expert
Come
at
on.
this strategy. Storm 1 has taken down the ring over and over again. Just
Come
to
here.
provide support.
Come on. Forgot to split there. Lost 5 seconds. Damn. That is unfortunate.
1 kilometer to the ring. So we're the only ones that will be in circle.
So this is our kind of final hurrah mission. We have made it to the ring and we are going to blow it up. That is our goal.
This must be fate. There's no
They have Kruul and drones defending it. And we don't appreciate them defending it. We just want to blow it up.
destroy that part that's glowing red.
23,000 health.
Probably a control unit. If it breaks, they'll lose control of the time machine and it will self-destruct.
Weird colors happen while time is being ripped apart because we blew up a time machine. And now it's activating itself.
So that thing's a time machine.
Surprisingly long on these. I never remember to actually attack these. So the fact we actually blew one up there is pretty neat.
Successfully destroyed. You did it.
We destroyed the ring. Humanity wins.
They say that, but
The ring has started tilting.
Kitty did not join my lap. She's curled up on her chair now.
It's crashing. Storm team, get out of there.
The ring is spinning.
The ring is rotating. It seems to be rolling top over bottom.
There we go.
This is all news to me.
Now it actually says my fudge time for the end, so we will get a PB regardless. Unless I manage to lose like an additional 5 minutes.
The red thing on the bottom part of the ring. It's just like the control unit we destroyed.
So I can't actually attack this
The ring
yet.
has 2 control units. Move forward with the plan. Our target is the second control unit. Attack the glowing red part.
It has a lot of health.
Calculating position based on diameter and angle. 500 meters to the new weak spot.
After that line ends, you can start attacking it.
Cannon
And we'll figure out what that cannon means in a second. Don't worry about it. Excellent. Now we have to deal with a lot of random stuff for a bit while plot's happening. Also, Grenadiers just appearing in us. Normally, you're not supposed to know that this is here, so you're fighting your way up through this rather than it spawning all around you. So it's easier casually, but we are powerful enough it doesn't matter at this point. But wait, there's more! Okay, another Cyclops. So even if we missed them earlier, we can still see them. I never mentioned this earlier, but I have all these troops in my group. If I pick up health kits, it will heal them too. That red one went yellow. It's not as much health as I get, but it is useful to keep them alive even when I'm at full. Because if enemies are shooting at them, they're not blinding me. Speaking of blinding me, we absolutely want to destroy some of these. Most notably the green thing on the end, because that is the most blinding. But if I can get them to line up multiple parts, so I can do multiple damage points at once, because punch through, that would be ideal. Destroyed a lot of chunks there. Okay, the Cyclops is becoming an issue. Fixed. So we don't actually have to destroy these arms, I don't think, for the first wave. But we definitely want to so we can see. You can also just hear Siren charges going off. They're trying to blow stuff up for us. Specifically those evolved ships that look like jellyfish. Which means we are about to enter the next phase of this fight. That.
Is in an unstable condition. The device is operating at full power and thereby keeping the time machine functional. That's the most sensible explanation.
If that's true, the Spinel is the ring's weak point.
So if we destroy the Spinel, the ring will fall. Is that what you mean? Storm team, aim for the floating object at the center of the ring. That's its weak point.
Try to shoot inside.
Normally when you get here you don't have the punch through or everything else to deal with this, so those arms persist for most of this fight, and it's actually significantly more difficult. You'll see what I mean in the next phase.
Androids appearing from the ring. High mobility androids.
I don't have any visual indicator for when I've done enough to meet the checkpoints, so I just keep shooting at this one. Should be getting close to the end of this.
Spinel seems to be slightly damaged.
Saying it's damaged is good. And we get our next phase. I need to ignore this. You know what? No, I don't. We will start by unloading into this. I would really like to destroy at least one arm because they have so many goddamn projectiles. But I know for a fact I do not need to destroy them to finish it, so it's a convenience thing to destroy these in this phase. Especially because of all the knockdown. Sounds like most of our troops are also dying. Yep. I think that is required to actually proceed, though. Good. Entering final phase without destroying the arms.
Machines emitting a strange light. What's going on?
The time machine's beginning to lose control.
So I mentioned keeping troops alive. These ones will not die. Well, they'll go down, but they'll get back up shortly after, so I don't need to worry about healing them as much. They will heal themselves eventually.
Any troops they can get their hands on.
Hi, Cal. How you doing? Sorry, I missed that. We are entering the very final phase of this. Well, technically we're in the final phase. We're trying to blow it up right now.
Helicopters are headed to this.
And then there's a long outro, so we're still probably losing time.
They're a special unit of commandos.
Started messing with Linux. Yeah, a lot of people doing that lately. Windows keeps deciding to say fuck you in every way possible. So I'm glad people are branching out. I don't have enough brain to figure that out soon. But it is not out of the books for me. And that's it. This mission's done. 45-ish seconds on this. Do we lose time?
Something's wrong with the ring. It's gonna crash.
The ring is coming down.
Mint has some compatibility. Cachios. That's good. I think the last one I used was like Slacks, which was installed on a USB stick and you could plug it into any computer and boot up in a different operating system. That's all I knew. The only one I ever used, and that was like 20 years ago, probably.
Wait a minute. There's something in the sky.
So we lost 50 seconds. Oh wait, no, there should still be a gain, because it's plus 1 minute.
A wormhole.
What is that?
Try your best to stay alive. Yes, sir.
And I have the equipment swap after this too. It'll be tight, but I think we might be able to get the 2 hours.
It's worth putting our lives on the line.
Yay, 4-second goal.
That's not true. I thought I'd never have.
Okay. Equipment, you. Mag Blaster. 36. Core. Big Bang. Final mission. Much better spots. Yeah. That is one of the concerns. What will I not be able to play anymore if I switch to it?
It must be from the future too.
Too far.
As soon as we destroy the ring, a new threat shows up.
So I know I can blow this up in 2 shots. It's just a matter of actually hitting it.
They had this and the ring.
Ship's head has been hit.
Good.
Enemy ship majorly damaged.
Amazing! We really won!
I just remembered I also reordered some of my splits in addition to adding things. So the places I did the equipment changing before, I didn't necessarily do this time, which is why it swung so heavily sometimes rather than others. I liked the order we ended up with this time, so I'm probably going to keep this and run it again. I'd love feedback on it, because maybe there is something I overlooked. But I imagine I will keep running this set of missions. Run it again? Not tonight, but I agree.
Coming down from the front of a ship. I've heard a legend like that. That is a god.
Don't be stupid.
There was wreckage from an alien spacecraft discovered in the mountains of
Whoops, I hit reload.
thousands of years ago.
That's why the EDF
Took off a good chunk of the turrets there, on top of dealing good chunk to the head.
Earth for a very
I hope these aren't part of the wave as well that I have to deal with.
and created legends about them. We knew the Primus
Because they are not walking into view quick enough.
but now it hits home that they really traveled across time to get here.
But it could be like the Siren fight that is locked by
The gods are still alive.
ambient enemies, and I never considered that.
For the Primus species, it's an important entity, irreplaceable.
They're just not walking around the corner.
is we have to fight if we want to survive.
It plays with the light and dances in the sky. Just like the legend said.
Oh,
Launch Operation Omega.
okay. Talk of Omega, that's good.
Are you really prepared to do this? Really? Please stop. Anything but that. So many lives will be lost. Can you allow that to happen?
What do you intend to do?
Our one and only last resort.
Because we're definitely dealing good damage to it. I wonder if it is checkpoint based on these. In which case, changing the RF out instead of the Mag Blaster would be better, so I can still have the Mag Blaster to deal with all these. It is just a lot of talking that happens, though, so it's most likely tied to that rather than enemies. I reloaded at the wrong time. Meatballs!
Everyone thinks so, but it's not. My wife was killed over and over again. Over and over and over. Millions, if not billions of people have been killed. We have to make them pay.
The rocket has already reached Mars. Now we initiate the destruction sequence.
I don't know why it says millions, if not billions.
They want to destroy humanity.
If it's time and time again, the population of the planet would have had to been at least 5 billion. And they've done it at least 6 times. I believe they call this EDF10 in-game. So, you know. Minimum 40 billion.
The future has changed. The primer civilization no longer exists.
But our enemies, they're still here.
Oh, he came back. Why would any of this be normal?
Far from extinct. They've grown even stronger.
Kitty's running away. I think she wants second supper. Doesn't realize that I fed her right before starting this, so that kind of skips me having to feed her directly at 6. Come on, buddy. Come on. Mm-hmm. Trying to estimate the range. There you go. There's a lot of stuff going on. I do think I would be better with the Mag Blaster than the RF, though. Just keep the Regine fire up. Everything else dies to Mag Blaster. The exception being Drone 3, but it usually wiggles itself in close enough. Kraken, good, good. Recharge the bolt shooter too quick.
Now is the time to decide.
Oh, there's a lot of Kraken there.
The primers then.
If we lose, humanity disappears.
Enemy forces are being teleported.
Ah. Got angled by vertical and not being able to... The thing where the down. Thank you.
Continue to exist. A time paradox will occur. So go exercise them. Giant animal detected.
Too far. Too far.
The enemies were cut out of the flow of time. Ghosts with no home to return to.
These troops died and then got back up. Business as usual. Spiders? We did those already. Several times, actually. We fought multiple different missions with kings.
Exactly. Ever since the primers interfered with human history, the time paradox has been intensifying.
So much talking.
Point you were chosen as the person who would take on the burden of representing humanity. You are the one.
The chosen one. The representative of humanity across time.
Any day now. Oh, hi, Ed. Holy shit, you raided me. Hi. Thank you. We just finished our run. I'm unsure if Split should be on kill here or at the mission complete thingy, which is how I've been doing it. So we will wait. I did not hear my alerts go off. Thank you so much for that raid. We just killed Alien God / Nameless.
It's finally over.
Welcome, everybody.
The contradiction has been removed. History has been corrected and things
Wing
will
Diver
stabilize.
is the way.
Time chose humanity. The future
And I need to make sure to delete my best splits and use this current set as my bests,
now that we know the future, it's
so that we know for sure how long each thing took, because this was our first proper run with all the new stuff in it.
I give you my deepest gratitude.
And I will highlight this and upload to YouTube, because I would like it if other people ran this silly category I made up.
Same for me. I really appreciate it.
It's the closest thing we get to an any %, because everything else is just individual missions.
So much. You saved me. You saved my life.
I like how there's just a chunk of God sitting on that building. Don't worry about it. And boop. 59-17. So we had the one mission screw up on us again, which lost us about a minute. We had some silly menuing.